Morning is Augie Vitiello of Augie's restaurant in Ballston Spa. Boy, Augie, you brought some some interesting meat here. Tell us what you're doing exactly.
Well, we're dry aging our own beef at the restaurant. I mean, anybody who loves a good steak, knows that dry aging is the way to go. And basically, what we're doing is taking a beautiful primal cut of rib, and you can see all the extended bone and fat on it, and aging it in a special refrigerator. And you could do it 28 days, 35 days, 42 days. I mean, you could do it as long as you like. But the aging process is dehydrating the meat. It is drawing all the moisture out of the meat, so it's concentrating the fat and the beefy flavor. But also, in fact, it's controlled decaying of the meat. Because if you notice this one here, this is the fresh one. This is the one that came out 35 days. It's leathery. It's brown. It's got that little funk of blue cheese and nuttiness that, the decaying process kind of lends into it, and that's what you want. But when you cut into it, you see a beautiful, steak, as we have over here.
It looks like that.
And you still see some of the aging on it, the marbleization on it,
right.
And, I mean, it's just a beautiful piece of meat.
Right.
How do you cook it? Simple. Some nice coarse sea salt.
Because there's a lot of flavor in there already.
So a lot of coarse sea salt, you put it on there, and then you spin some good coarse black pepper on it, and you don't be shy with this part. And basically, once you get both sides, you get a hot skillet and sear it, and you just leave it alone. And you want to form that crust. Okay. And then you start turning it, then you start playing with it. But once you get that crust going, that's when the juices stay inside, and that's when the flavors start developing, and you're making goodness. Now I'm doing this in a pan. Now if you do this on a barbecue outside, you get the hot grill, get it going first. Then you move it to a cooler side because it's a big piece of meat, and you cook it to your desired temperature. Okay, and what's the inside got to be in terms of? Well, it's up to you. Right. I mean, if you want a medium rare, I mean, it's your preference. Right. So now what we have over here is the actual steak that I've been cooking since this morning. Okay. Now you see all this fat and all this stuff. You think, well, it's going to be wasted, but it's not, because we take all that fat and render it, and we make a mop. We call it a mop. What's that mean? A mop is something that you're going to baste the meat with when you're cooking with it. So this is like ready to go. So we're going to take some of the mop, and again, it's just a rendered fat, and then at the end we put a little garlic and rosemary and thyme, and then strain it all out. But it's just the smell of the beef. I mean, so you drizzle that in your pan, because this is now you're finishing the product. Like I said, it's all about the finishing. Right. And a nice dollop of butter. And now you're basting the meat. Now this is like the part where you're just taking it and just drizzling all these juices on the meat. What does that do? It just gives it... You know what? It's just like... It's like that love you put it on the meat. You can't explain it, Yeah. And as a chef, I mean, this is the part, that you sit there and you're almost talking to it, and you just and you're like, this is going to be good, but you could smell it. Like you could smell I know. The beefiness, the concentration of that beefy flavor, the fats that are cooking off, and you just keep basting it in this part here, and I mean, it's delicious. But once we cut this, which we will right now, I wish people could smell this. We're going to drizzle some of this right on top of the meat. Don't you wish people could smell this? Oh, if we could invent smell-o-vision, we'd be I know. Very rich. It's really good. It's really good. All right, so we take this like this, and we're going to cut some nice... Now, in my house, we don't throw the bones away. Oh, no way. No way. We fight for that. That's right. Okay. All right, and then we present it on a platter. And then you drizzle some of that sauce on there? Then we get the mop. And that looks so appetizing. Okay, I'm ready to eat. Top quality steak, made the way it's supposed to be made. And, for what we do at Family Style at the restaurant, it is... For two, I mean, it's a beautiful steak. The recipe on our website, WNYT.com. Click on the Let's Eat section, WNYT.com. I just got to grab a quick taste of this. Oh, it is so good. How simple. This is breakfast of champions. The dry aging is the tricky part, but cooking it, this is exactly what it was. Simple, simple, simple. Thank you for having us. My pleasure. Thank you for having me. I know. Right. Thank you for having us at your restaurant. Thank you so much. Good to see you. Thank you. We'll be right back with your top stories and let's get your weather. Stay with us.